So what are the best classes for each character in Trial of Mana? That's a good question, and I have an answer. It depends on what you want to use them for. Just kidding. That's a cop-out, and there is an actual answer to this question. Certain classes shine much brighter than the others. Keep in mind that the game is easy enough where pretty much any class you choose is fine, so if you'd rather choose based on personal preference, feel free to do so. I'll be looking at class capabilities. Let's start with Duran. Personally, I think Duran can be played either way. He's one of the unique characters that don't have a strict path to walk. You could use him as a tank or you could use him as a DPS. If you're coming here for my composition video, you might already know how you're going to use Duran. Links in the description for those that want to see that video first. If you walk the path of dark with Duran, he gains some decent DPS. If you walk the path of light, he gains buffs and healing. He also becomes more tanky since he's able to equip a shield. If you want to walk the path of DPS, you will want to go from his base class to Gladiator, then Duelist, then Berserker. If you want to walk the path of light, then take him from Knight to Paladin to Divine Hero. Now let's talk about Kevin. This is a no-brainer in my opinion. Kevin only has one thing going for him: damage. So there's no point by making him anything but pure, raw damage. Choose Brawler first, then Fatal Fist, and finally Annihilator. Kevin's Fatal Fist class ability will give you the AoE mob clear, just in case you were wondering. The rest of his abilities will be best for bosses. Kevin is an absolute monster. Also, just so you know, Kevin's true power is at night. At night he turns into his werewolf form and has crazy spikes in DPS. Hawkeye is really good at one thing: debuffs. He also has the unique passive that assists in loot drops. There is also a chain skill available in the story branch if you're playing his route with Reese that gives another drop rate boost. I'm going to go over the chain skills in a future video, so if you want to be around for that, make sure you subscribe and press that bell notification. Since his main attribute is debuffs, go to the Ninja, Nightblade, and Vigilante route with your class choices. Reese is the best buffer in the game, so as such, she has one path that outshines the rest by quite a bit: Valkyrie, Starlancer, and Meteorite. This specific route gives her the ability to AoE buff the party, and the unique trait given to her from Meteorite makes those buffs permanent for the battle. She does have other classes that are decent, but this one just shines too bright in comparison. Charlotte is in a weird spot similar to Duran. She could either be a pure healer or she can go the route of DPS. Up until now I've stayed true to the character's main attributes, but I honestly didn't find healing that useful in Trials of Mana. You have enough items to not really need healing, and even if you chose to go full DPS with Charlotte, she still has a good AoE heal. So we're going full dark path with her: Enchantress, Necromancer, and Chaosbringer. This path will give her the ability to summon the undead, which could do a decent amount of damage, but the main draw to that power is against shield enemies. The summon will keep what she's fighting in place so you could wail on them with your other characters. And finally, we have Angela. Ultimately, you have to make a choice between AoE and single target. That's the main difference in her classes. If you choose AoE, then go Sorceress, Grand Diviner, and Mystic Queen. If you want to do higher damage but single target, you're going to want Mysticist, Magus, and Spellbinder. Another thing to note here is the single target route is mainly dark spells, while the AoE route has more elemental weaknesses. Choose the path that would give you the most usefulness based on who else you have in your party. I just want to repeat one last time that if you're curious about team compositions, I have a video already up on the channel. Go check that out, links in the description.